Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery. In BL tonight, first up, we got Supreme Ventures, the gaming entertainment company, trading in their shares here. A sale, it ain't a big one. That's a good sign. You don't want to see the sales being big ones on the stock exchange, whether it's connected parties or insiders, directors, when they decide to sell down some shares. Only 16,194 shares here, January 27th, 2021. Just the other day, probably just taking a little bit off the table as we head into February. Next up, we got Burrito Investments. That's BIL ticker symbol. Delayed annual report here for 2020, just by hopefully a couple of days. What Burrito Investments is saying here is a delay of the filing of this report. The company, or they anticipate the report to be filed by February 5th, the latest or so, but it's an anticipation. We'll see if they make that deadline right around the corner, February 5th, 2021. Next up in BL tonight, we got Tropical Battery, the company putting out a notice, sticking to that point there of AGM's annual general meeting. It's going to be held in a hybrid format. It's coming up for March 5th, 2021 at 10 a.m. And why do we say hybrid format? You can go in person to the Ferry Commercial Park right there off of Mandela Highway. That's where the company, the new head office, their warehouse, everything is located, but it's also going to be virtual. Now for overseas markets, Boeing company, we talk about them every so often, posting a record loss, 12 billion US. This was expected. The loss is bigger than market analysts and so forth thought though. So what caused this? Well, of course, we know the 737 MAX, it's back in the air, but that has been just, horrific, creating tons of problems, 2 years of cash burns. Those jets were just parked for a long time, 2018, 2019, 2020, most of 2020 and so forth. The stock is down around $195, down 6% or so since reporting the losses, but still quite a ways up from its 52-week low. Now, even the 777X, which is supposed to do the long-haul flights, the demand has just gone straight down, given the whole lags and all the cancellations from the pandemic or COVID-19 as well. Last up, we got Facebook, still flying, sales hitting 28 billion US dollars, beating analyst expectations for the quarter, sales jumping 31%, really showing that advertising, digital advertising, regardless of what's happening with Apple privacy, persons are concerned about that going forward with the whole Apple privacy laws and changes there. But the reality is revenue up here and just jumping digital advertising going through the roof regardless of the privacy changes to come. Now, monthly users, fantastic statistic here. This is across all platforms, all their apps. Now 3.3 billion users. Huge number. Great stuff here for Facebook, half of all the human beings around the world. Just a great tidbit there from Business Live. Have a great evening. I'm Mark Croskery.